consultation process that will be developed, identifying many different stakeholders. As of right now, we have 18. That includes many different firearm associations like the Hamilton Hunting Anglers and Hunting Association, Ontario Federal Anglers and Hunting Association. There are no changes going forward right now that are being voted on. Those maps are not in place. Those are only reflective of what our planning staff has identified as new urban sprawl and new development in our city. Our city is growing. There is no banning of hunting in Hamilton that's being proposed. That is a misnomer and misinformation that's being led right now. The Sunday gun hunting article that was posted on the Ontario Federation of Anglers and Hunters had nothing to do with tonight's meeting. I've already spoken with Brian McRae, who's one of the representatives from the Ontario Federation. He is very apologetic for it being posted on that website. It had nothing to do with the current process of us just letting the public know that we will be reviewing this bylaw. So the only prospective amendments right now that we've only thought of is changing the permitted areas to reflect current development in the city, and putting both of the maps together. As of right now, we have a bow discharge map and a firearm discharge map, including them together to a weapons discharge map. That's not final, that's not approved, that'll all be discussed during our process. So I understand from the last meeting I did have over in Councillor Johnson's area, there was a lot of concerns, and I get that 100%. And that's why we're going through a very organized process to listen to everybody's questions and concerns.
This is organized?
You went from firearms to weapons in one breath. What happened there?
We haven't gone anywhere yet.
No, you just
Yeah,
told
you
me
said it
that.
yourself. I heard
We're
you.
not going to introduce any more comments until he's finished.
Come on, guys, let them talk.
Let him speak.
So this is our current firearms discharge map. Where it's pink right now is where you're allowed and permitted to discharge a firearm. I know not everybody can see it. This is with our current bylaw that's currently in place right now.
Are we hunting in the pink?
Reach up, get a picture and show us. Search function, you can type in discharge bylaw. That's what you can find. This is one of those maps that are over there for the new prospective discharge areas. As you can see, there's not any change at all in the Ancaster region, besides around the Cooktown and Linden area, because those small city towns have grown. So I'll go back to show that there hasn't been any change. There isn't any change, it's only prospective. Nothing's approved, nothing's formal.
Can you flash the two back?
Yep.
WMU's in.
Nothing has changed there at all. The only proposed changes for in this area is around Linden, Cooktown, and I forget the small little Jerseyville.
Yeah, that's horseshit.
And these changes are only due to development reasons?
Urban sprawl, yes.
Quit building houses. Have you ever been? Have you been to Linden?
No,
There's no more houses, and there's nowhere to put anymore.
this is just from what our planning department identified as new development.
That's horseshit.
I thought it was about an I thought it was about an incident. I thought it was about an incident in Bimba.
I don't know what the fuck happened.
I don't know, whitewash the stopper shit.
And a lot of the areas are designated bow only areas. Yep, that's the next map.
I see that you just say designate no firearms. Some of those areas on that map are designated bow only.
This is the second current map that's in our current bylaw. That distinguishes bow differently from firearms.
But you're calling,
Right there is where a bow can be discharged.
but you're calling all weapons weapons now.
And it's a proposed change. Nothing's formal, nothing's been done.
But he's right. Bows would be then excluded from that area as well, under what you want to do.
We haven't want to do anything yet. We're just letting the public know that we'll be looking at this bylaw. So we're using the public, using associations to get that feedback. So nothing's changed.
Yeah.
This is now the bow permitted area. This is currently what's already in place right now. Does that include both indoor and outdoor? Hasn't been even
Yeah, that's a good trick.
those, the maps that are in black and gray are only showing what the new urban boundary is. Planning department, showing what development has gone on.
How many hunters are on your planning department?
Could I ask a question? Because you've come back to this urban sprawl thing a few times now. And I'm from,
Questions till the end.
Can I just, it's only 2 or 3 more slides.
He has a valid point. He
well,
should be
well,
heard.
you keep, this is about the maps here that you're explaining to us, and I'm a little confused by them. I'm from Jerseyville, and I've always been from Jerseyville, and my father and my grandfather, so we've always been there. So I'm pretty familiar with the area, and I know exactly where I'm allowed to shoot now, and I have known where to shoot for the last 40 years. There's been no urban sprawl in Jerseyville. It's green belted. There's no plan, unless you plan on letting Bill McCormick put a subdivision into his field. There won't be any urban sprawl, but you've eliminated a fair amount of land that I can currently shoot on. But that's your proposal. So if you're proposing to encompass urban sprawl, which makes sense to me. I mean, if the city's growing, we want to keep the people safe. But what about these communities that aren't growing and aren't ever going to grow in any kind of meaningful way? You're eliminating ground that we currently have access to there. So I'm questioning just what the process is, because I saw those pictures and I can't tell you exactly where I can shoot now, because today I can walk out and run a plumb line down a series of lot lines and connect it up to the rail trail and say, okay, I can shoot here, but I can't shoot there. But you've got this bubbly thing going on that's something other than urban sprawl, because it's expanding where there isn't any. So could you explain a little more of the process of how you found the lines on your proposal?
It was just given to us by our planning department. Once it gets to the point where we're actually maybe imposing new lines, it'll have to be very clear for anybody. It has to be user friendly. If you don't know where you're gonna be able to use it or discharge any weapon, then it's going to be a firearm, bullet, anything. I get what you mean. Yeah. It's
He's in charge?
It's going to have to be. And once it gets to that point, that's what will happen.
Like, I can tell you, I can't figure that map out, and I've lived there for 48 years.
That map isn't going to be in the bylaw.
Good.
What's it doing up there?
So what's it doing here then?
So next steps following today, there is a report going to council, presenting the initial, what I have here of the maps from our planning department, and reporting on what we need to do to effectively make any amendments, if any, to this bylaw. That includes consultation with currently 18 stakeholders, which include the police, the MNR, the Ontario Federation of Neighborhood Hunters, our own department, and the public. So it's just a report going to council to say what needs to be done. And that means listening to everybody in the public, listening to these different associations, listening to the different enforcement agencies, going out to more meetings like this. That's what's going to happen. That's what we're laying out for council, to let them know that's exactly what we need to do to effectively make any amendments, if any, to this bylaw.
So just a quick question, when we were amalgamated and we all denied it, the politicians didn't listen. They'll listen now, is that what you're saying? And they all amalgamated the shit. Excuse me, Terry Cook.
I can't comment on the council.
No,
Just saying, people, you guys, we're the voters. So, believe me, there's much more than this in here right now.
So, I'm sure I don't have any handouts for anybody, but write down our contact information for our department, emily@hamilton.ca, and our general line is 546-2782. Our current discharge bylaws, I'm sure many of you are already familiar with, are on our City of Hamilton website.
So James, these maps are available on this website?
No.
Website?
The current maps, the ones that are pink and yellow, are part of the bylaw. The proposed maps would be part of any new bylaws going forward.
No, are the proposed maps on the website?
No.
So we're good.
Why aren't they on the website?
What's the point of this? Because they'll do it first, then you see it.
What's
the goal? Hide as much as you can?
It's not the stage where we're, like, so in May, we won't be bringing these maps to council and saying, vote on these maps. That won't be happening.
I thought it wasn't in the near future. May's pretty close.
We're telling exactly what we need to do.
What we're gonna do is put the maps on the website. Proposed one and the existing one, and you can click on Linden, blow it up bigger so you can see exactly where the line is. Because it's hard to tell in the line. I want to, some of you are a little critical about Feinberg not being here. Robert Pursuita's arrived. Robert Pursuita represents Ward 14, which takes in Coketown, Linden, and Jerseyville, where these three areas are changing. And I don't know if you have any comments on change.
Proposed, yes.
So that's the formal part of our consultation. Again, there is nothing that's being proposed tonight that we're going to lock up. We're out for a public consultation now. It's going to be impossible for me to hear from everybody on questions.
You're right.
Is there anybody in the community council though that would like to ask you a question?
You better not.
You want to speak, Robert?
So, first of all, yes, I'm on council, I'm the rules council, the Firearm council, and I understand we do have guns, not weapons, as we're being told we have weapons, protect livestock and things like that. This came to light to me on Sunday when I got an email from one of my residents who released it. And then today when I came in, and Lloyd and I are scrambling, and Lynn in my office getting phone calls, I'm getting phone calls and emails like, what is this? So Lloyd arranged and had James Bucket come in and Marty Hazel, trying to get an understanding of this. What it goes back to, and maybe explained it already, Lloyd, was a motion that came forward, Councillor Johnson over in Binbrook area, expansion development's happening there with all the homes coming in place. So that's encroaching on the rural lands and where the boundaries where you're allowed to hunt and have firearms and bows. And so we're trying to get an understanding of this. This is all news to me today, okay? Everything is, including the meeting coming up, and Lloyd too here, Council Ferguson Lloyd. So as of May the 18th, even this meeting, I don't know anything about it. I'm hearing it now, okay? We don't have any expansion, any urban development in any of the small towns, okay? Other than Greensville, which is already within a small settlement area. Nothing is happening in Jerseyville. Nothing is happening in Linden. Nothing's changing. So,
You started this meeting on the fact that it was an incident that happened in Binbrook, not urban sprawl, so which one is it? It's because, no, because that's what was brought up at the beginning, it's because of the incident that happened in Binbrook.
Somebody must know what.
But now it's being, now you're talking about urban sprawl, which one is it? That's what we wanna understand.
The incident, excuse me.
Quiet, let him talk.
The incident, Council Johnson had indicated because there was complaints of shooting in people's backyards because the new urban development is encroaching on rural lands.
Where? Binbrook's a big area, where?
I don't know exactly where it's been, okay?
Is there any truth in that?
Yeah.
I think we can all agree that Binbrook's expanding. It's expanding in the rural areas.
Has nothing to do with slug finding somebody back.
So, please. So staff take it upon them to do a whole review of everything, okay? I'm not supportive of taking anything away from anybody in my ward. I don't believe Lloyd is. I know Lloyd is, okay? I don't know where Councilor Partridge is. I didn't talk to her today in Ward 15. But I want to leave things as they are. I'll fight for it, okay? I'll support you people. It's hunters. Right? So that's where I'm at on this. As I said, this is all new to me today.
Yeah, that sounds like that.
I'll vote for him.
Hey Rob, sorry, I'm just curious. How do you feel about the Legion in Linden? Like you said, there's no changes there, but that would make a massive difference. It's I think we said it's like $9,000 a year that we make on turkey shoots, and right where his creative bubble is that would take out of the Legion. So that, like, you know, there's a lot of rules about drinking and stuff, so people don't go there to drink, they only go there to shoot, and that's how the Legion makes money. So what do you think of that?
He's already said he's not in favor of any changes. Is there any
Yeah,
changes?
I know, saying you're not in favor and actually.
The railroad tracks in Linden, and they closed it north of the tracks till the second concession.
Robert has just said he's not in favor of any change.
Why don't you suck him up?
Take a look at the map.
The maps, whatever you agree, I've actually seen some of the information this afternoon. Seen nothing previously, okay? So give me a little bit of time, give us a break to deal with this and work on it. Come to the public meeting, you'll say your piece. I'm supporting you people, okay? I'm not here to fight. I'm not a good politician. I'm just another person that's holding around my organization.
I'm an individual, damn it.
Don't we have already laws with unsafe discharge of firearms? Why aren't those laws enforced? And why would these proposals putting forward instead of just enforcing the law?
Go after the guy that was shooting the gun off in the back there, as opposed to changing everything here.
Do you have anything on that, James?
The question was, we have laws regarding unsafe discharge of firearms.
Yep.
So enforce that law, charge people, take their guns away, and leave this alone.
I'm sure if there's any calls made to handle police about any firing of any firearm that's unsafe, it would be, people appropriate.
That's not true.
So does that mean that the Bimber thing was really more of a noise complaint?
That's not true.
Is that what the incident was? Was it somebody, some townie moved close to a farm, heard somebody firing in their backyard and complained that they heard a gunshot?
That's what it is.
Driving?
Yeah, it is. That's what it is.
It's like moving beside the airport and complaining about the sound of the airplane.
That's like photographs of a poacher hacked the head off a deer, threw it on the flipping side of the road with American plates, a photograph of a truck, the deer head, passed in the back of the truck, deer went out and the police still in the I've still got the photograph.
Back with the preliminary report, early. And what that report will be is what we need to do to talk to all the associations, talk to the public, talk to the different communities, what we need to do and what we have to include to get it done right. We're not proposing any changes on that date. We're just going with a plan of what we need to do and execute to get everybody involved in it the best way possible.
I heard that stuff.
This is official meeting, somebody's taking minutes? Yes. I'd like you to ask that your and Robert's support be added into the minutes, so we can refer to that if you're a support for it.
My name is Emily Brown, and I'm here with the
Speak up, please.
Sorry. My name's Emily Brown, and I'm here with the Ontario Provincial Trap Shooting Association. I'm a board member, also a board member of the Canadian National Trap Shooting Association, and we are hosting the Canadian Championships here in July, and also the provincial championships come every other year to the Hamilton Gun Club, which has a rich over 100-year history. You can look around this room and understand the type of economic impact that comes to your city. We buy our firearms, supplies, our reloading equipment, our clothing, our targets come from the Hamilton area, our shells, our lead shot comes from Coketown Road. So I'd like the city to consider the economic impact of any decision you're making. I have been shooting for 43 years as a competitive clay target shooter, and I think that this is a very, very difficult decision for our organization and for all other hunters, sport shooters alike.
Did you hear, Robert? We didn't know about it till today. Who's putting this motion forward? Everybody in my company knows what's going on. This is very early days of this process. We're a long ways. You can see where we're at.
Stop it now.
This is just a start. Get a bigger haul next time.
We have the agenda for the meeting, a minimum week in advance, it's supposed to be 2. So, sorry, the fact that you guys found out tonight is very good.
This is not a city of Hamilton organized meeting. This is Councilor Ferguson's, right? It's your meeting, it's your community council. There's no minutes for us, there never was any minutes for this meeting. I knew nothing about this meeting with a meeting. I don't know even, like, even your committee members, when did they get the agenda? Did you got a week ago?
They organized the meeting, never should be part.
Man, he's old.
So just when they arrived.
When was this meeting decided?
It wasn't decided for this issue, we just got an email, from James saying, any committee meetings that are being held anywhere in the city, put us on the agenda, because we just wanna get some feedback. And that's why I wanna stress again, very, very early days. This is a community council and tax issues, primarily planning issues, development issues, where I seek the feedback from the community council on what position I should take on various applications.
You got better, you got everyone here plus them, so you heard the message.
We haven't even heard from them.
We're leaving.
Okay, I think we've heard this through. I think, you know, if you wanna get informed again, you heard May 18th, Hamilton City Council Chambers.
Big enough.
Yeah, it holds, it's a big chamber. And we don't get more. And so that's why I asked for a show of hands. Maybe, what, 30% of you that are from Ancaster are in the room tonight. So this has attracted visitors from all over the city, which is fine. We want to make sure that we try to communicate with you, and particularly when I saw the Facebook postings and postings on the Hunter Engler website that they're quietly trying to ban hunting in the whole city of Hamilton. I was anxious to get the message out. No, we're not. That's not factual.
Tell the mayor that.
Well, you delegated at the committee.
What time was it?
That guy, you didn't even see how thick his glasses are.
Yeah.
So the question was, who asked staff to go off and do this report? Is that your question?
It's not whose information.
Yeah,
Who started this ball rolling?
It came from the planning committee, and it went through to council for recognition. So it would be the planning committee, Robert, that started this process going.
Who put that bug in their ear to start
It
this?
would be Brenda Johnson, who was the council.
Brenda Johnson.
I would like a message sent back to my planning committee. I would like them to be informed that we
Okay,
have a
I'm gonna go
ministry,
through more questions.
Lloyd.
We've got lots of other things to get on to. Go ahead.
Just as a point, when we have James in front of us, can I please emphasize, the firearms community owns firearms, not weapons. Before you make your report, please seriously look at that. Something to consider, if a baseball bat is used in the commission of an assault, is assault with a weapon. Would a weapons discharge ban include baseball bats? Weapon is not a word that we associate with. We lawfully own firearms. That's something I would like to see in the final report. At least that needs to be addressed.
The only report that's going forward now is just what we need to do to get this right. So it's speaking with all the residents, it's speaking with the association, it's speaking with all the interest groups. What we need to do, get all their input, and have it relayed back to council. So that's exactly what we want to hear.
Referring to the property we own as weapons, that is not how we use them. We use firearms. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am, last question.
Yes, so my name is Maya Gasteo. I'm here representing Ontario Federation of Anglers and Hunters. I spoke to Brian McCrae just before I got here. I'm on the executive for Zone J. And so, as far as the OFH is concerned, we're very concerned about this issue. And if any of you want to get in touch with us directly, I have Brian's contact information. He's very interested to hear what's going on here. OFH is going to be a stakeholder when this moves forward. So we would really like your comments and to be able to support that. So I have his phone number, 705, and you can talk to me after. I'll be around. 748-6324, extension 246. And that's Brian_McCrae, MCRAE@OFAH.org. Thank you.
Okay, I think, we've got our message out to you, we got as far as we need to go tonight. We've stood for a long time. I want to thank you for drawing our attention to this.
I have one more question.
This is how we get there.
Okay, we'll take one more. One more, sorry. Isn't there a bylaw already in effect for a firearm discharge as far as how close you can be to a urban area or a house or a new development? Like, is it a 500 meter, is it a kilometer, or? Sorry? Sorry?
There already is a current discharge bylaw on the city of Hamilton from 2005.
Exactly, so why are we here? If there's a current bylaw about this, what you guys are concerned about, why are we here?
We were here because council recognized that it's a map.
You know, I mean, if you got a new development being built in an area, obviously we know we're not supposed to hunt there within that range, right?
Okay, they're just following council direction. Thank you.